As a child, my introduction to the concept of common good was through the stories of Superman, Wonder Woman, and my personal favorite, Darna. These stories feature superheroes, they who would fight for the common good, for the welfare and interest of the people, ensuring that their life, property, and liberty are protected against villains and disasters. Thus, when I grew up, the people whom I would equate with superheroes were the authorities, as they are the ones who uphold common good by enforcing the law. The law, which states that every man is born with dignity, and therefore everyone, regardless of gender, age, social status, and race, should be treated with respect, fairness, and love. But lately, I've been asking, could I still call the authorities superheroes? Because if fighting for the common good means protecting the welfare of the people, then why do they inflict physical, mental, and emotional abuse to force people to admit the crimes they did not even commit? To force people, even children, to give out information which they do not hold? To violently punish someone who is merely seeking refuge or asylum from war, torture, and poverty? Why can't they see that torture is completely not necessary, because not only is it detrimental to the dignity of an individual, but a threat to public welfare and common good? Torture in custody may seem isolated within prison walls, but its effects can bleed into society by normalizing brutality. I witnessed this firsthand, working as a research assistant at a human rights organization documenting children in conflict with the law. One of the children I interviewed, alias Junjun, was detained, verbally abused, and severely beaten at a juvenile detention facility for stealing food. According to his parents, when Junjun got out, he would beat up his peers just for fun, something which he did not do prior to being detained and tortured. When I asked Junjun why he does this, he replied, "If the police can do it, then why can't I?" This shows that the authorities are viewed as role models for what is right, fair, and just. Therefore, if they act as if torture is not wrong, they are sending the message to us and to children like Junjun that it is okay to disrespect the dignity of our fellow human beings. As a result, violence becomes normalized and permeates into societal culture. Something I also learned from Junjun's hometown is that torture lessens the people's trust in the authorities, making them less willing to cooperate with law enforcement. In Junjun's village, crime is rampant, and investigations take longer because residents avoid being questioned by the police, fearing that they will be falsely accused and tortured. Furthermore, the residents don't even bother to hold the culprits accountable for their actions because torture has been so normalized. Another reason why torture does not serve the common good is that it threatens the security of a community by increasing the likelihood of recidivism or being a repeat offender. Recent statistical studies prove that countries which promote humane treatment and rehabilitation within prison, such as Norway, Finland, and Sweden, have lower rates of recidivism, in stark contrast to countries within our region of Southeast Asia, which are notorious for torturing persons in custody. This is because humane treatment fosters overall well-being, while torture heightens aggression and paranoia, leading to increased violent tendencies. Additionally, recent studies by Loth and Conway prove that torture is not an effective method of extracting information, because oftentimes victims would give out false information just for the sake of stopping the pain. Now, with all these in mind, let us ask ourselves, what do we want? Do we want a society founded on brutality, or a society built on humanity? Do we want a society where abuse is the norm, where dignity means nothing, and where people cannot trust each other? Or do we want a society where everyone is treated with respect, fairness, and love? Where everyone's dignity is honored regardless of gender, age, race, and social status? We may feel powerless against the forces that enable torture, but we aren't. We may not be Superman or Batman. We may not hold positions in government and law enforcement, but we can be superheroes in our own way and fight for the common good by opposing torture. In this fight, one of the villains that we face is the mindset that many people hold regarding torture. Therefore, we must suit up with the knowledge and the resources that we have so that we can empower people to dream of and to work towards a society where the word torture is not in anyone's vocabulary, where everyone's superpower is their dignity, and where everyone can be safe, even in custody. Thank you and good morning. Thank you so much.